Hi, my name is Chandler McCune, and I'm the founder of the International Golf Association. We are looking for 5 highly qualified golf members to go play with an Irish team in Ireland. You will be staying in Ireland for 8 nights, 7 days. There are 3 goals you need to obtain while in Ireland. The first one is to learn 10 golf terms in Irish. The second one is to compete in at least 2 golf tournaments. And the third one is to create a flyer about why travel agencies should sponsor IGA. What's there to know about Ireland? Well, there's lots to know, especially when you're going to a brand new country. The first thing you should know is the phrases. The first phrase is donkey years, which means a long time. The second phrase is when you ask, where's the restroom? People might not understand you. You should say, where's the jacks? And the third phrase that you should know is arseways. If you go to dinner with your team, an Irish person may ask you, was it arseway? Was it any good? The second thing you need to know about Ireland is how to greet someone. The first thing you should know is you need to greet somebody with a handshake. But it's different when you're in the country and the city. In the city, you should say, how are you? But in the country, you should say, how. The third thing you need to know about Ireland is to use eye contact. It's just like sitting on Santa's lap. Use eye contact when somebody in Ireland is speaking directly to you. The fourth thing you should know is how much to tip. Tipping in Ireland is between 10 and 15%. The final thing to know about Ireland is personal space. Be at least arm's length away from an Irish person. It can be very hard to impress an Irish person, so make sure you follow these 5 tips on what to do in Ireland, and you should be fine. While in Ireland, you may come across the international sport of hurling. No, not the hurling where you're sick over the toilet, but the national game of Ireland. It is an Irish game resembling field hockey, but played with a shorter stick with a broader overall blade, and the ball is usually not on the ground. You may have to play this, which is a very fun sport in Ireland. These are 2 scenarios to help you overcome communication skills in Ireland. This is about a girl who doesn't understand me that I'm just trying to offer to help her get her golf ball in the hole, but she's frustrated. The first thing you could try is translating it from English to Irish. The second thing you can try is demonstrating to her what you are saying by using objects and props around you. The third thing you could do is you could get an Irish person to translate what you were saying so that way she understands and isn't as frustrated with herself. Any of these solutions to the problem would help the person you are trying to communicate with. While you're in public in Ireland, you may come across somebody who doesn't speak English and you're going to have to solve this conflict. First thing you could do is try to find somebody who could translate it from English to Irish or Irish to English. The second thing you could do is try to use head gestures or hand movements to try to explain what you're saying. Lastly, you could try to translate it from Irish to English yourself. 2 scenarios of interpersonal conflict that team members may encounter. Usually on a team, there's always that one player who assumes the team is their team because they may be the best player. Sometimes you have to talk to a coach or even try to talk to them to work out the solution to show that it isn't just their team. By explaining that the team is a whole, it's our team, and do it in a nice and polite manner to try to explain to the team member that we need to work as a team. You could also try explaining to them that it's a difference between being a leader and a boss. You could still be a leader of the team, but don't boss everybody around, but say it in a way that makes them understand what they're doing, like in a constructive criticism type of way. Third strategy would be to calm them down and not let them get as frustrated, because even though we want to be a leading team, we also want to have fun. Sometimes you're going to disagree with a team member, which could hold back your team. So resolving that conflict can be very important. First option will be to consult your other team members. Don't make it on you to make the decision. Another strategy would be to make a compromise. If you can't agree and some of your other team members can't agree, make a compromise so you are both satisfied. Third strategy would be to consult your coach because they can make a good decision for the overall team. Here are 2 scenarios illustrating teamwork and diversity challenges the team may come across when they're in Ireland. While playing in Ireland, you may come across a team with bad sportsmanship, and you're going to need to resolve that conflict. First strategy would be to ignore the team. Have good integrity and be good sports throughout the game, no matter their behavior. The second strategy would be to talk to your coach for advice. The third strategy would be to talk to the players of the other team and tell them no matter how they act, we're still going to be nice to them no matter what. Playing against many different cultures, another team may accuse you of having bad sportsmanship, and that's a conflict that definitely needs to be resolved. First strategy would be to talk to your coach so we can talk to the other coach and apologize because we didn't know we were being bad sports. The second strategy would be to talk to the players and tell them how you didn't realize that you were being a bad sport because your culture is a little bit different than theirs, and then explain to them what good sportsmanship is like in your country so they can understand. The final strategy would be to apologize because you didn't know what sportsmanship was like in that country, which is why you should research that before you go to Ireland. Follow all these scenarios and rules and enjoy your trip to Ireland, provided by the IGA.